Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Darien High School, home of the Blue Wave. We want to welcome in today the Garden City Trojans, led by head coach Diane Chapman. Starting lineups for today's contest. For the Trojans, number 1, Jen Kubler. Number 2, Amanda Serrato. Number 6, Mary Kate Dolan. Number 10, Captain Liana McDonald. Number 13, Alexandra Hopkins. Number 15, Olivia Cabell. Number 16, Captain Caitlin Cook. Number 18, Sydney Pappas. Number 19, Ella Heaney. Number 27, Erin Healy. Number 29, Emma Rook. And in goal, number 99, Emily Gavin. Starting today for the Blue Wave, led by head coach Lisa Lindley. Number 1, Nicole Humphrey. Number 2, Ashley Humphrey. Number 3, Eva Finn. Number 6, Katie Elder. Number 9, Kate Bellissimo. Number 10, Kate Duggan. Number 11, Mason Maloney. Number 17, Sarah Jake. Number 22, Mel Niffen. Number 23, Maddie Joyce. Number 16, Shay Vandenbroek. And in goal, number 30, Shay Dolce. I ask everyone to please rise to honor America with the playing of our national anthem, and I remind the gentlemen to please remove your caps. Good luck, ladies.
Live from Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School, it's Varsity Girls Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network this morning. Yes, this morning. And what a morning it is. It's the Darien Blue Wave taking on the Garden City Trojans. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us for this DAF Media broadcast of Varsity Girls Lacrosse. Joining me this morning on the broadcast is former Darien assistant coach, head coach, former head coach at Staples, Steph Calabrese, and Matt Heaney, our friend from Garden City. Matt, it's great to have you. Steph, glad you could be with us. A little different weather-wise than it was last night for the boys' game. Darien played Ridgefield, the Blue Wave, beating the Tigers in a rematch of last year's Class L state finals. Here we go, varsity girls lacrosse, non-conference, out-of-state rivalry. This has become a great rivalry, Matt, between Darien and Garden City.
This is every year now. We look forward to coming up here, and I'm sure if you ask girls on both sides of the field here, when they look at the schedule, a couple of games on there that they're starring off, I'm sure for both sides this is one of them. And you get two tri-state powerhouses coming in here fairly early in the season. It never disappoints, and Steph and I were just commenting on the weather. We think you might have a button inside where you just press the on button, and here we are. So.
Yeah, last night did not look awesome for this morning.
No, it was, last night was rainy, steady rain, little wind, and the temperatures continued to drop as the evening progressed. But we are just about ready to get started here for this one between Garden City. The Trojans come in here, Matt, 3-1, just the one loss to St. Anthony's. Darien coming off its first win of the season, beating Fairfield Ward 19-3.
On the draw, Liana McDonald
for Garden City. This is Liana McDonald. She's a Stanford commit, really great player, great athlete, student, and this should be a good battle all day long.
And North Carolina commit Nicole Humphrey on the draw for Darien. And we are underway here at Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School. And Sarah Jakes, the Northwestern commit, with possession. And Darien will set up his offense as Ashley Humphrey with the ball now behind the cage.
It's basically a mini college game with who's going where, who's, everybody on this field, top recruit in their respective classes, and just.
And that's a goal for Darien.
Players.
Mason Maloney. She scores for the Blue Wave, and we're going to take another look at that. Maloney.
Yeah, it's nice lefty dodge there. She's hard. She got inside the 8 and really wasn't taking no for an answer. So that's a real nice take.
What do you think of that look, Matt, from behind the goal, our angle there?
I'm telling you that you guys keep stepping up here. I'm amazed every time I walk in here and able to do this a few times with you guys that the broadcast just keeps getting better.
I laugh because we're doing the national anthem and I look over and see that beat up scoreboard that's across the way. I was like, oh yeah, that was awesome when that was my scoreboard. And we played on a dirt pile.
Right. See, your success is what's built the future for these guys.
I take full credit for everything you see here.
Hopefully they appreciate it.
Damian Andrew alongside Steph Calabrese, the former Darien assistant, former Staples head coach, and Garden City's Matt Heaney. So glad they could be with us this morning for this one. Varsity Girls Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. Turnover here by Garden City. Darien in transition.
There's one thing I remember for the last couple of years, no matter who is on the field, Darien's transition has also always been quick, fast, good stick skills, and it's been really one of the strong points of their game.
What I think is pretty cool that I'm seeing a lot more of across the board, in at least the Connecticut schools, I'm assuming that it's the same elsewhere, is running these midfield lines, similar to boys, similar to hockey. And what it does in terms of fresh legs, changing it up in the midfield, ensuring you're going to get a good ride.
That's a goal for Darien.
It's pretty awesome.
Sarah Jakes on the receiving end of that pass.
Yeah, that was a nice little give and go from down low there, and it's just got an extra step on the defender. So nice look from the attacker down the corner.
And she was on. I mean, that D was there.
Yeah,
that was very lucky.
Yeah, not far off. Nice look inside.
And again, another couple of great angles by our DAF Media production crew. Ryan Clow on camera 1, Graydon Overbeck on our ISO camera. In production, our director is Thomas Kiernan, Danny Owenati, our instant replay coordinator, along with Bo Hancock, and our entire crew doing a terrific job.
So here's the second midi line.
Yeah, a little empty check there, just unlucky on the timing.
Darien.
Oh, nuts.
And Humphrey can't quite handle it as she was cutting and just couldn't hold on to it.
That's Erin Healy, senior defender with the ball there, transitioning to Emma Ruck, junior, going to Lafayette.
Yeah, I love it. So there's a bunch of Darien kids. Anna Stein, Stud from Darien a couple years ago, and we have from our club program. I think there's like 6 or 7 other really strong kids that are at Lafayette. They're having a lot of 1-goal losses this year. It stinks, but they're doing very well.
And that's a goal for Garden City.
Nice.
That's Caitlin Cook, senior midfielder, going to University of Pennsylvania, fed by Ella Heaney, senior attacker, going to University of Southern California. I think that possession was key there. Garden City has thrown the ball away a little bit, maybe a little bit tight coming out.
Yeah.
And, that was key to first possession, get on the board, and kind of settle into this game here.
Caitlin Cook, the senior captain, with the goal. Ella Heaney credited with the assist there, and Garden City is on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you'll hear Caitlin over this broadcast a bunch of times. She's a dynamic player, does a ton for the team, whether it's on the draw circle, offense, defense. There's a bunch of girls that really can play both sides of the field. She's fun to watch. So University of Pennsylvania is getting a great midfielder.
And Garden City wins possession again.
That's Alex Hopkins, number 13, sophomore, will be headed to Yale.
Nice.
Mary Kate Dolan behind the cage there. We're going to Fairfield. She's a senior attacker.
She'll be coming back to Southwestern Connecticut
slide
to play her college lacrosse. That's a hits the crossbar.
Yeah, crossbar and down.
And down, yep.
Yeah.
The goaltender is Shea Dolce, freshman. Basketball and soccer player as well.
Yep, 3-sport athlete.
She get to see her play a lot in the off season, and just you can see her already halfway up the field. You know, she plays like she's been out there for 5 years already. So very and a good kid. What can I do? How can I be getting better? Just love shots. It's crazy.
Yeah, by the way she carries herself, her composure, I would have never thought she was a freshman.
Right. And, Darien, per usual.
Nice move that time. Darien scores as Sarah Jakes, the Northwestern commit.
Yeah, that's a little sneak from behind. Slide was a touch late, but, nice little lefty dodge there from behind.
And a nice move by Jakes. Nice dodge. And number 17, who's headed to Northwestern with the unassisted goal for the Blue Wave.
That's a name you'll hear a lot today. Mostly, she is relentless. That kid never runs out of gas. She's the biggest hustler on the team. Talk about someone who loves playing lacrosse. She's your token kid.
So this is Liana McDonald again taking the draw for Garden City.
Nice. And the first midi line's back on, Nicole Humphrey.
Humphrey McDonald back out on the face-off.
Had the chance to talk to Nicole before the game. She, of course, headed to North Carolina. Her dad played basketball at Middlebury College, still the all-time leading scorer men's program at Middlebury College. Does some work, Matt, for us on DAF Media during the basketball season, and he always tells me I was a volume shooter. That's why I'm still there. And his daughters are terrific athletes, terrific lacrosse players. Here's Garden City now winning possession again, and the Trojans.
That was a nice interception there.
Yeah, that was Liana McDonald.
Yeah, actually won by Darien, and then unfortunate throwaway.
It's Caitlin Cook up top with the ball.
Maddie Joyce, I believe, on her. Now Nicole. Maddie's headed to Brown, junior.
That's Jen Kubler, number 1 with the ball there, headed to UMass, senior midfielder.
Yeah, and Nell Niffen got lucky there because she fired reffing. That would have been a shooting space call.
Eva Finn carrying the ball across midfield here.
Headed to Davidson next year. Very athletic.
This is that transition game again. We watched Darien.
And Humphrey scores for the Blue Wave. So Ashley Humphrey.
She's a Stanford commit, junior.
Nicole Humphrey.
Great hands, incredible vision.
And it is 4-1 Darien here. 20-25 left in the first half. Matt, Garden City off to a great start, 3-1. Tough loss to St. Anthony's, but trio of wins over some pretty good programs.
Yeah, the St. Anthony's game was a tough game. Garden City was up 7-1. It was the tale of two halves, and I give St. Anthony's a lot of credit. They didn't pack their bags. They came back and they scored a couple of quick goals in the second half, and it turned into a really great game. And Garden City just came out on the losing end in overtime.
Well, and I would anticipate. Sorry, I'd anticipate that for today, like 7-1, 4-1. No one's giving up here. This will be played to the last whistle, no doubt.
Garden City won here 2 years ago at Stadium Field, and Darien returned the favor at Garden City a year ago. And possession belongs to the Blue Wave as they will set up their offense here.
Matt, you said you have a daughter at USC now?
She's a sophomore, yeah.
Is she an attacker as
Devin
well?
Heaney, she's a defender.
Oh, defender.
Yeah, she's a sophomore there.
And that's a goal for the Blue Wave. And they extend their lead to 5-1 as Ashley Humphrey scores.
How does she feel about the shot clock? She liking it?
I think they like it. I mean,
I love it.
I'm a big fan of it. I
Oh
think it
my
helps the
goodness.
game tremendously. I think Garden City, it looks like they're going to take a timeout here and just trying to regroup. I think Diane Chapman, that's a good call here, and kind of just reset the clock
down,
here.
Figure
Yeah.
it out. Yep.
Yeah.
Diane Chapman is the head coach of the Garden City Trojans. She has run the program for a long time, has had a lot of success on the island. As we take a look at the Darien huddle, of course, in that huddle is the longtime head coach in her 26th season, Steph. It's hard to believe the head coach, Lisa Lindley, has been with the program for that length of time. 7-time Coach of the Year in the state of Connecticut, and really has built this Darien program into a juggernaut.
Most recently, she just got inducted, or going to be inducted into the FCAC Hall of Fame this June.
And I told her I had the chance to do a couple interviews and say some nice things about her. They do these video montages for the FCAC Hall of Fame inductions to keep the ceremony moving along.
Yeah.
So something new they've done the last couple of years, and I've been joking with her this season that I was interviewed for that and had the chance to really get to know Coach Lindley over the last decade plus during my time in local news here in southwestern Connecticut. And as I always tell her, there's no coach I'd rather watch on the sidelines coach. She is animated, to say the least, and that just speaks to how much she cares about her players, how much she cares about winning and keeping the program where it is, and that is at the top in Connecticut.
Yeah, she's done a great job. I mean, you think about how many wins. I wouldn't really know what the number is over 26 years, but if you really looked at on this field here and you look at both sides, you've got two of the best coaches really in the business. I mean, the record alone, and winning multiple state titles across their career, and that's not easy.
Just their reputation. You say the name, and everybody knows both towns, both schools. For sure.
I was joking with both of them had a warm embrace before the game, a lot of mutual admiration, mutual respect for one another. But when I saw Diane, I said to her, they got off the bus, and I said, "What, Lisa scheduled this game at 10 o'clock in the morning?" She goes, "Actually, it's the best time because it's the only time we can get up here from Garden City with no traffic."
That's true.
So she wanted to play, Lisa wanted to play a night game under the new lights here at Stadium Field, but a Friday night game for Garden City to come up here.
You'd have to leave at 2.
You'd have to leave in 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Your first road game.
It's hard to believe
overnight,
considering it's only an hour away with no traffic.
So Garden City switched up the draw there. They went with Jen Kubler, the senior midfielder, and I'm not really sure what happened.
Just
at first I thought it didn't go up high enough. The ref looked like they might blow the whistle, but they let it play on. What do you think of the quick whistle, Steph? Do you think the kids are starting to understand it?
I think they are.
Yeah,
I have to
taking
say,
a little bit.
as a coach, I'm the one that's delayed. A bunch of tournaments this fall. I think it's awesome. Any way you can speed it up is beneficial, and I think it keeps everybody on their toes. You know what I mean? You're not taking much away from positioning and stuff like that.
Right. This is an important possession for Garden City. Take a
Agreed.
little bit of time here, pass the ball around. If there's any nerves, let's knock them out. And
Got to look to
see what
challenge
you
for
can do
sure.
here.
Yeah, as Steph said, it's 5-1 right now. This game is
Far
from over, and
yeah.
you get the feeling that
Great
right
look.
there, nice look.
That's a great look. That's Liana McDonald to Ella Heaney. That's a nice little sneak from behind, but that is a really good look across all that traffic.
Absolutely.
We're going to take another look here at it. Our ISO camera.
Goal scored by Katrin Call.
Yeah, and that's, that's a great look, great vision across field. And on defense, it's
Number 19, Ella Heaney.
fundamentals. See ball, see player. You got to make sure no one's behind you. Point in the triangle, as we like to say. You can always see the ball on your girl at the same time.
Ella Heaney, the senior attack, with her first goal of the afternoon. Liana McDonald, the assist.
So it looks like Garden City will go with Jen Kubler here, and Garden City also made a sub. Looks like on the defensive end, or maybe as a midfielder, is sophomore Juliana Santel, number 24.
Oh, no.
That's a nice grab by Jen
Agreed.
Kubler.
So Garden City wins possession again, and they set up shop here in their offensive end.
It's Santel over to Kubler, and Kubler on the wing passes behind Ella Heaney.
There's
For a
Heaney
nice little drawn dump there.
as Garden City moves it around the perimeter here. Good crowd on hand here at Stadium Field. We've got some people from the island who have made the trip up for this one, including the gentleman who just entered the picture here to my left. And we've got a whistle.
Is that 3 seconds?
I don't know. I don't know what they call that. Maybe an inadvertent whistle there.
Yeah. Maddie Joyce on ball, Nicole on ball. Trying to see if there's any name we haven't mentioned yet on defense.
Looks like Garden City has also brought in sophomore attacker number 18, Sydney Pappas.
On ball, Katie Duggan, junior, sorry. Jeez, these kids are getting old. I don't feel any older. Oh, nice crash. Oh, wow.
That's Cook with the dodge there. Again, some of these calls here are going to be subjective. Certain refs are going to call different things, and
totally.
That's part of the game. Looks like they're going to get together and talk about it.
They're discussing it now too. It could go both ways here.
Looks like offsetting fouls of some sort.
Charge
right, Steph?
and a block. Which, I mean, she had her head up, shoulders were square. She certainly wasn't, backing in. And the alternating possession goes back to Garden City.
So it'll be Trojans' possession here with 17:06 left in the opening half. 5-2, Darien in front by 3 goals.
Katie Duggan, is that Ella right there?
That's Ella, yeah, 19.
Nice. That was my number. Your daughter's going to be great.
Yeah, they'll look inside for cutters and see if they can come around, and defense playing well, packing it in.
Good communicating on defense here. Katie, switching it
Jen
up.
Kubler up top.
With Katie Elders, senior captain, going to Dartmouth next year. Standout field hockey player, too, at Darien.
That's Sid Pappas up top, the sophomore.
Great defense by Maddie Joyce right there.
Garden City being patient here, running some clock.
Absolutely.
We mentioned they've
Big
traded.
ISO play here. Sorry, Damien.
No, that's okay.
There's Ella again.
That's
nice
a good
look.
inside.
And that's a goal for Garden City.
That was a good possession for Garden City. And Steph, this is where you feel from the college game you don't have that possession clock, and you take a little bit more time. Nice little dump inside. Pappas coming across with a lefty high ripper there.
That was excellent play. And, even in watching that at the college game, Lisa and I talk about it all the time. It's so much now one-on-one generated. And you have to do that when you only have 90 seconds. But really loved what Garden City just did right there. Although, and I do think, it was a long defensive possession for Darien too. They kept it together.
Oh, they did. They played good defense.
That was a great look, great finish.
So this is Jen Kubler again. They're going to stay with Jen here. It looks like, again, senior midfielder headed off to UMass. And Jen is coming off knee surgery from last year, and you can see every game she's just getting more and more comfortable, really coming back into her own.
Speaking of, she is going against Mason Maloney, senior, going to Elon, who, same thing, ACL. Last year.
And she's worked hard to get back on the field, no question about it.
So it looks like Garden City's switching up here. They're going to the backer zone.
And we'll see what kind of, oops. Ooh,
looks like an empty there. That's Emma Ruck behind the cage. She'll come up with the possession.
Ashley, that's too bad.
We mentioned earlier that Darien beat Garden City at Garden City a year ago. That was 15-13. And then 2 years ago, right here
Great
on Stadium
by
Field.
Mason. Excellent. Nice back check by Ashley Humphrey. Nice look. Oh, great save. Excellent.
Great save by the senior goalie, Emily Gavin, captain, going to Georgetown. She's doing a great job for Garden City.
Ashley Humphrey tries to go low to high, and
she did it all right. It was a great fake. That was an excellent save. Great passing pattern by the Wave. And then again, another strong ride. Turnover. That's what you need in these games, is multiple opportunities on both ends, and they're getting them.
So looks like Darien's going to get a free possession in here.
Not sure. I missed.
I think the Garden City defender just pushed her.
Got it. Let's see what Ashley does here. Looks like a 1v4.
Center hash, that's a good spot for Ashley, so we'll see.
Well, I'd pull this out, but we'll see. She's got hands.
She takes the shot. It's wide of the far post. Darien.
Yeah, that's point blank. That's not easy. So that's a good stop there for the
goal.
Oh,
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
We saw some good goalie play last night in the boys' game. The Richfield goalie and the Darien goalie, sophomore Andy Demopoulos, and Richfield's Daniel Parsons just stood on their head. That's a goal for Darien.
It's a great look by Mason Maloney to junior Maddie Joyce, I believe.
Goal, Darien.
As we take another look at it.
Yeah, she came in off the backside there. I mean, that's one thing if you're going to beat the backer zone and trying to skip passes, and that's a pass that's through. Yeah, nice step inside there in the middle. She's open.
So it's Mason Maloney to Sarah Jakes, and the junior converts. Bang, bang play there for Darien to go back up 3 goals, 6-3, Blue Wave. Under 14 minutes remaining in the first half. Damian Andrew alongside Matt Heaney, Steph Calabrese on a beautiful Saturday morning in southwestern Connecticut for some varsity girls lacrosse.
So Garden City's yet going to switch the draw up again here. We've become a bunch of girls that can give it a good go. This is the sophomore midfielder defender, Olivia Cavill.
And that's what I love about these good programs, you know what I mean? It's like everybody can take the draw, and everybody can do it well. And, okay, today you're only playing defense. And, the girls respond. And I think that's a testament to the coaching staff and to their attitudes as players, and that's awesome.
Nicole Humphrey carries it across midfield, and Darien now sets it up on offense.
Number 16 down there, Shea Vanderbroek, going to Williams.
Great.
Yeah.
3-sport athlete, field hockey player.
3-sport captain, too.
Yep. Hockey player and lacrosse player.
That's Erin Healy, senior defender, coming up with the ball. Nice. And this week Garden City can settle in here. Looks like Ella Heaney racing down the right side.
Nice wheels.
Smart to pull it out, I think, to set it up again, take a little bit more time on offense, and go from there.
Keep working that double cut, man. They're pulling it to a side and finding that drawn dump a lot.
It's Sydney Pappas on the wing there to Jen Kubler, and move it up to Hopkins, and senior captain Caitlin Cook.
Who's the top middle?
That's Alex Hopkins, 13.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a sophomore Yale commit. She played on the varsity last year, and she has really done a nice job this year as well.
Steph, you mentioned Shay Vandenbroek. Her dad in Morristown, New Jersey is watching us, so I want to give a shout out to Shay's grandfather, David, who tunes into a lot of our DAF media broadcasts. DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Garden City being patient here on offense.
Very smart. Here we go. Oops. All right, that's a tough call. I see it both sides there, but quick feet by Ella. And
yes, a little inside roll there.
Yep.
That's just able to get a little bit inside with the defender. Had to do a little something.
I agree.
Again, could go both ways there.
There's nothing easy about crease defense. It's the hardest position to play, and as an attacker, when you have feet like her and hands like her, it's a great place to be. Oh,
and a nice
post, right?
Yeah,
that was post.
Nice save by Dolce.
And a good hustle play there. Good backup by Nell. Niffin.
Listen, I would say one of the hardest positions in women's lacrosse is just playing defense in general. Whether you're playing defense or whether you're playing the ride there.
Oh.
You're almost at a disadvantage, without the physicality of the boys' game and everything else.
Absolutely. And one of the hardest things to teach as a coach. To explain angles is not an easy thing.
Here's Darien now across midfield.
And as I mentioned before, I don't know if back here on that slipped pass, that's low attacker Sarah Jakes, who's getting the ball on the clear at the 20-yard line. Just ultimate hustler, never say die attitude.
That's an unfortunate turnover there, just off the top of her stick. We won't see that a lot this game from either team, I think.
Agree.
Just an unfortunate.
As we like to say, everybody's entitled a few mistakes.
Absolutely. It's over a 60-minute game, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is junior Emma Ruck again on the defensive clear.
Senior.
She's a junior.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She's going to Lafayette.
Right. Number 8, who just got called, I believe, on that. Freshman Cece Stein. Cousin of Anna Stein, Darien graduate, and Emily Stein, Darien graduate. One at Northwestern and the other at Lafayette.
So we'd like to see Garden City move the ball here and then settle back into their offense. A couple quick passes and go from there.
Ooh.
That's Mary Kate Dolan, senior attacker. Looks like she's going to get on the hash there, headed to Fairfield.
And I understand the call, but to Ava's defense, stick was up. You got to, safety first always. But let's see, she's got a 1v5. So I wonder if she's going to make that back pass. Who's that on the side?
That's Sydney Pappas behind the cage.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, great crash. Easy save for Shay there.
Dolce comes up with it.
Walk it up, Shay.
And Darien looks to clear here.
Nice pressure D by Garden City here.
As we are under 10 minutes now left in the first half. Darien up 6-3 on Garden City in an out-of-state non-conference rivalry matchup between two traditionally rich programs in the
nice try, Cece.
tri-state area.
Good, Ash. Again, love to see these low attackers, coming down.
Yeah, that's what you want. I mean, especially
Typically the best sticks on the team, so it makes sense in a pressure situation for them to be there, but total team effort.
We've got a whistle.
Offsides call.
Garden City may have been offsides on that one.
Possession stays with Darien. Ashley Humphrey with the ball.
I have to say, in all of my lacrosse visits to Darien to watch girls lacrosse, I've never seen this many people here.
And that's a goal for Darien. Shay Vandenbroek in front on the nice pass by Humphrey. We're going to take another look at this.
We have that on instant replay. Check out the board.
Yeah, I would say, listen, I would say first 15, 20 minutes of the game here, the Darien attackers and really middies are finding those slots and seams that they're able to sneak through. I mean, the defense is there. The defense is right on her, but they're making the pass, and yeah, they're hitting that cutter, and they're getting the shots off. So, good job.
We have a break in the action. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with more varsity girls lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. Darien up 7-3 with under 8 minutes left in the first half. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Matt Heaney, and Steph Calabrese joining you. Thanks for joining us for this varsity girls lacrosse game. Well, breakfast in Darien, if you will. A 10 o'clock start here, and like Steph just alluded to moments ago, a terrific crowd. And the stands pretty much full here at Darien for this one. And a great rivalry between these two out-of-state programs.
Yes, it's interesting. If you look through the stands, you see a lot of younger girls also. And listen, not far off, where both towns have great, strong programs from the youth, and these girls will be coming up here before you know it.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Both towns have terrific feeder programs, and a nice feed there as Sarah Jake scores on the Humphrey assist from behind the cage.
And again, the defense was totally there on that. Like, you're going to see passes like that from Ashley, as I mentioned, just the vision and Sarah finishing. And we've seen it on the Garden City side, too, on offense.
We've seen it both ways here. I mean, the girls, they're not terribly open, but the passes that they're making are really spot on, and they're putting the ball away.
And it's funny. I mean, you talk about moving off ball, running through your cuts, doing things like that, and when they listen and do that, it works.
This is a high-level game, so you're going to see a lot of great things here on both sides of the ball
absolutely.
From the players, and the fans are going to be treated to it. I would say one of the big differences right now seems to be the draw circle. I don't know if we have a stat. I should have been really looking, but I think Darien's come up with a lot of the draws. That's Caitlin Cook coming up with a key possession there. Then Sydney Pappas on the opposite side to Mary-Kate Dolan. She'll move it behind to Ella Heaney. That's Jen Krubler on the low wing there. Back to Cook.
Yeah, I keep. Oh, I'm sorry.
Garden City in the maroon uniforms with the white numbers moving from right to left on your screen here, and Darien in the home whites with the blue numbers moving from left to right.
That's Liana McDonald up top. And Cook and McDonald are both good dodging midfielders from up top, so that's a strong spot for them.
Both teams here in this first half have done a good job at valuing possession.
Yeah, what? Maybe like 4 turnovers in this whole first half?
Yeah, I think Garden City had a few turnovers early, but now they've settled in a little bit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I mean, on both total, I was thinking between both teams and in high school lacrosse, that's pretty incredible. Testament to the kids' sticks.
Been a very clean game, too.
Yep. I mean, again, that's a great cut through. It's good defense. I believe that's Kate Bellissimo, number 9.
That's a good ground ball there by Sydney Pappas, the sophomore.
Agreed.
Garden City gets it back.
Here we go, Katie Duggan on the one-on-one. Good, it's good defense.
It's good defense, yeah, you're
and
right.
it's great patience on offense. I mean,
that's a
just
goal.
a retake.
That's Caitlin Cook up top. And yeah, I mean, listen, the defense was good. That's good defense, good patience, and that's good lacrosse.
We're going to take another look at this goal.
Yeah, it was a strong dodge down the center. Started off right, came left, and there really wasn't much of a slide there from what I could see.
Yeah, no help. It was a little late.
So Cook scores, and Garden City cuts the Darien lead to 8-4. The senior captain takes it herself, an unassisted goal for Caitlin Cook. And we are back at the draw circle here, midfield.
Now is Nell Niffen, sophomore, 3-sport athlete. Mom is the actual JV head coach at Darien, but you don't see her make a mistake. You know what I mean? She's just so consistent. She's so quick, great feet. That's a great pick up by Katie Elders, senior captain.
And here comes Darien in transition. Jakes with the ball.
Freshman Molly McGuckin, number 13, with the ball. Or she was with the ball.
So we've got a couple of freshmen on Darien's team. This is the first year I can remember in the last couple of years that I've been involved in watching that Garden City doesn't have a freshman on the team.
And this, ooh, that's good defense right there.
That's,
Keep your feet moving,
the sophomore
Nicole.
Olivia Cabell.
I mean, that's what you want to see from these kids, just in the zone, playing hard.
Bright future for Cavill, Matt, the sophomore midfielder.
Got Charlotte Whitstock, senior captain, headed to Holy Cross with the ball behind.
Good defense by Emma Rock on
Excellent
goal
defense,
unextended
yep.
there.
Looking for that drawn dump there, not getting it.
Nice slide there by Ruck again. And we watch Darien, you know, they're patient as well.
And I give both these teams a lot of credit because you
And
don't see that kind of discipline in the high school age group.
Goal for Humphrey.
That looked like another cut sort of underneath behind, and
Little backdoor seam cut.
yeah, it looks like there was a double there, and maybe somebody from the backside didn't slide in, but yeah, that's a nice play. So it looks like Garden City's going to go back to Liana McDonald. She actually took the last draw as well. So like we talked about on both sides, there's going to be a few different girls that are skilled and able to take the draw for both teams.
Pretty awesome.
Sarah Jakes, the junior, credited with the assist. And we are back at midfield. Maloney and McConnell.
Ooh.
McDonald, rather.
I don't know about that call.
Yeah.
It's a little slippery.
Well, like we said, but leave it up to the refs.
I know.
You know, there's going to be a few over the course
Call
of the
it
game.
fair, that's all.
Yeah. The one thing is
But
that
I did mention, I think these are 3 very good refs.
Yeah.
I do have to say that.
I will say this. I mean, the refs definitely, like Damien said before, it's been a clean game, but the refs are letting them play, which is great.
And I would think, you know, as a referee, these are the games you want to ref. You know, where it's
Yeah.
not sloppy and it's not.
Yeah, this is a high-level competition
Right.
game.
It's. I hope they have a little fun.
And I think, to your point, Matt, the players love it when they're allowed to play.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Listen, like we've already talked about the safety first for sure, but when you can play a little bit and you get both teams at a high level, it's a lot of fun to watch and be involved. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know.
it's going to be Darien possession here.
Senior captain Katie Elders with the ball behind to Ashley Humphrey. Looks like they're going to go in a perimeter here.
That's defender Amanda Serrato down low there, number 2.
Here we go.
There's Vandenbroek. Nice pass to
Wow.
Humphrey. Little give and go there between those two. The seniors.
That was a great feed, great finish.
So what's happening here is it looks like Garden City is, when they start to double, they're not filling in on the backside there. So that girl whose defender just leaves is making a small undercut and is getting the ball there. And the Darien attack and midfield are really putting the ball away quite nicely.
What year is your keeper?
She's a senior.
She is a
Emily
senior.
Gavin. She's going to Georgetown. She's done a great
Excellent.
job for Garden City. And,
Awesome.
she's a captain of the team as well.
Matt, we were talking about your record earlier at the start of the broadcast. We mentioned the St. Anthony's game. That was a 11-10 overtime loss. Tough loss.
That was a tough
tight
loss.
game.
Tight game. A lot of good action on both sides. And, yeah, that was one. And listen, that's a great game to be in.
Yeah,
So it's
no-
sort of
no
a gut-
doubt.
A gut check.
Well, both of these programs are in lacrosse hotbeds. There's no question about it. And a lot of their opponents during the course of the season also are out of good programs.
Yeah, I'd say that's one thing that Coach Chapman and her staff has done a really good job in, and they schedule games that really are going to prepare them for the
Yep.
back end of the
Yep.
season. And listen, everybody would love to go 17-0, but you know, with schedules like this, it may not be possible. It's more important to get prepared for what you're going to see in the back end, and they've done a really good job.
Well, you want to play good competition. I mean, if you're a competitor, you know, you don't. Who wants to play a team that you're gonna?
I think you learn more from some of the tight games, right?
For
and,
sure.
And some of the ones that you might lose along the way.
Absolutely. It puts a little fire in your belly too.
So this is Emma Ruck looking to guard behind the cage there. Over on the wing, looks like Leon McDonald for the defense. And it looks like Garden City has switched sophomore Alex Hopkins from attack to midfield now.
Little under 2 minutes to go. I doubt Darien will hold on to the ball this entire time, but
It looks
It
like
would-
they're stretching the field a bit, and Garden City's
yeah,
coming out.
They're coming
and,
out. You're gonna look for the adjacents to cut through.
Charlotte Woodstock gets it to Humphrey up top.
I think Darien's smart to, you know, you're up 6 goals here, and there's a couple minutes left, whatever the time is in the half, and
Yeah, right.
they're
at
stretching the
less than
field a
60
bit and just
seconds.
moving the ball and waiting for their opportunity.
So under a minute left here now. Darien with a 6-goal cushion, up 6 goals, 10-4, and running clock here.
And again, I understand the point of doing this, but this is what I love that they removed from the college game.
Yeah, the shot clock really cured all of this.
It keeps you honest. Every possession counts, and everybody's in it until the last 90 seconds, you know? So as a spectator, it makes it a lot more fun. And as a coach, keeps you on your toes. Never say die attitude here. Oh,
And
that was a great feed. Nice try there, Shay.
bounce shot there by Vandenbroek. Goes wide.
It looks like they're calling it the other way there. I mean, from here it was tough to tell. I mean, Caitlin Cook was on that, but maybe the Darien defender was just closer. attacker.
Oh, she's open again.
And that's a goal. Sarah Jakes. I said Emma, Steph.
Oh, yeah.
Her older sister, of course. Played here at Darien. Standout player. And Sarah Jakes.
Yeah, that was one I think with a quick start. What happened there was the
totally
ball went out of
up.
bounds, and Caitlin Cook thought she had the ball. She picked it up, so effectively giving the ball to the attacker, who's now standing 5 feet in front of her. Quick start, she goes, and so we're playing behind immediately. That was smart by the attacker to go to the goal right away.
But again, you're almost waiting for that whistle, so like that's going to take some time for me anyway. Where you're like, what? False start.
8.7 seconds left here. Time running out on the first half.
Yeah, Garden City's got to be quick.
Yeah.
Garden City's got to go. The ball's on the turf, and that will do it for the first half of this one between Darien and Garden City. The Blue Wave lead 11-4. We will take a quick break. You are watching Girls Varsity Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Blue Wave up 11-4 at the half. We'll be back with more hockey after this.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. And as a family, we've had so much fun watching varsity field hockey and lacrosse games under the Darien High School stadium lights. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
As a resource, the Darien Foundation is unique within Fairfield County and indeed unique on a national level. For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Grab your retro yacht attire and escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. They'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s, performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokenique Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to darienfoundation.org.
We are back live here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation Girls Varsity Lacrosse. When I threw the break, I said hockey. We're watching lacrosse. Definitely Damian Andrew alongside Matt Heaney and Steph Calabrese. So glad you could join us this morning for this one on a beautiful sunsplash day here in southwestern Connecticut. We are live at Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School. Darien with an 11-4 lead on Garden City. And Matt, what do you think Diane Chapman's telling her players here at the half?
I think for starters, we've got to come up with some of the draws. I would say that Darien overall, just on the draw circle itself, came up with most of the possessions there, whether it was on the wing or just off the circle. I think we need some more possessions, be smart with the ball. On defense, we've got to be a little bit tighter on the cuts, and it looks like we're doubling a little bit, and then we're not getting that fill from the backside. So if I'd say anything, the next person in line there needs to fill in a little bit. But I'd say, another 25 minutes. You can never count each of these squads out of the game. And I'd say first half Darien easily.
Mason Maloney and Liana McDonald,
yeah,
on the draw here for Garden City, or for Darien and Garden City.
I don't know if Darien realizes it, but I think they have one too many people on the
like
field.
They
just
number
took
7
one off.
just came off here, yeah. So
I was like, so I might want to let them know.
on the circle for Garden City, we've got senior Caitlin Cook, and they're going again with the sophomore Alex Hopkins.
So here we go. We're just about ready to start the second half. And Steph, I'll ask you a similar question I just asked Matt. If you're Coach Lindley, you got to feel good about where you are at the half, but certainly a lot of time left. And this is a Garden City team that's not going to go away easy, that's for sure.
Right. It's a nice ground ball there. That's Katie Elders again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Senior captain.
I know the name already, and I remember the name from last year, too.
Very fast.
That's a big-time ground ball. Very fast.
Yeah, she's got some wheels. And here's Humphrey with possession to Jakes, over to Whitstock, back to Nicole Humphrey.
So it looks like Garden City's gone back to the man-to-man, and you'll see them pop in and out of the backer defense as well.
You got to protect that.
Yeah, that's a nice pick-off there by Caitlin Cook.
That was very good. Oh, see, and these are the things you don't see often.
Duggan scoops it up, gets it to the goalie Dolce.
That's too bad.
And Darien looks to clear here. Damian Andrew alongside Matt Heaney and Steph Calabrese. Want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew. All student volunteers do a tremendous job. The Burke brothers are on cameras 1 and 2 here to start the second half. Nolan and Matthew. Our director is Thomas Kiernan. Danny Owenati, instant replay coordinator, along with Bo Hancock.
It's a nice press from Garden City right there.
So let's see if Garden City here can come up with a defensive stop. Just it was unfortunate. Caitlin Cook came up with the ball and passed it down. The attack couldn't handle, and now we're right back. So
nice little split there by Ashley Humphrey. Up to junior Maddie Joyce.
Maddie Joyce headed to Brown in the Ivy League.
With Jordan Vaught headed to UVA, number 19, junior. That was too bad.
Yeah, it's Emily Gavin with the outlet pass there.
Oh.
Amanda Serrato.
Nice.
Ball's on the turf.
It's a good double.
Garden City possession, McDonald.
Oh my goodness.
And Jakes with a nice
Again,
effort.
I told you, you're
She
gonna
shoots and
hear
scores.
that name a lot.
Sarah Jakes gets a big hug from Ashley Humphrey as we take another look at this.
Total hustle play. That kid, has quite a future ahead of her.
Yeah, we've heard her name a bunch of times. And that was a great check there. She took the ball away and then did what she had to do.
Defense leading to offense, and Jakes has Darien on the scoreboard first here in the second half. Blue Wave up 12-4.
Looks like Garden City's going to bring in sophomore midfielder Maddie O'Connor to take the draw.
So Coach Chapman mixing it up here a little bit. Mason Maloney will take the draw again for Darien.
Good run by Garden City.
Yeah, good ground ball. Caitlin Cook, good draw to get it outside the circle and kind of let two players go for it.
Yeah.
And Cook just happened to be there for that one. Transition behind to Elahini.
There she goes. Darien has to stay tight, see both on defense, keep talking, because Garden City's going to come back with a lot, and here we go.
Garden City in the maroon uniforms, moving from left to right here.
Yeah, nice one-on-one defense.
Yeah,
by
good defense.
Junior Katie Duggan. That looked very good. Didn't give up. Oh.
Nice look,
Oh,
and a nice shot, and
Did it go in?
Dolce
Did not go in. Good
did not
save
go
there.
in.
That was an incredible shot, incredible save.
Shea Dolce, the freshman goalie for Darien, big save there.
Wow, nice
Dolce.
look to co-freshman Cece Stein.
Cece Stein.
Those two play a lot of lacrosse, a lot of soccer together.
Darien does a good job on the transition with really getting everyone involved and
Yep.
bringing the attack really down, towards that midfield line as an extra outlet pass. So it's a nice job there.
And if you don't do it, you will be the first person coming off the field. Oh, Jordan. Oh,
Fought.
nice try.
Can't quite
That was
hold on
a good
to it.
look. Picked up by Shea. Here we go. Nice.
Maloney
Good take
shoots
by
low.
Mason.
And
Oh, it's a nice save.
Yeah, that was a nice dodge
Nice
and shot,
shot.
and really nice save by Emily Gavin.
Gotta
That
find.
was a strong move to the cage.
Yep, here we go.
here's
That's
Garden
a good
City.
hustle by Ashley and Maddie Joyce. Oh, see, now I get that. I get
Yeah.
the call, but that was a pretty back check.
That's where you'd like to see the Garden City midfielders in attack, show for the ball as the defenders
Right.
just run for 30, 40 yards.
Instead of running down.
Yeah, transition the ball.
And again, first thing you're told, cut to the ball, north-south, north-south.
Possession stays with Garden City.
Oh, no. Oh, it's a tough one.
We are almost 6 minutes into this second half. Darien up 12-4.
Again, you've got Sarah Jakes, low attacker at the 12-meter, asking for the ball.
Yeah.
Ashley Humphrey at the 35.
If
I
you-
mean, if you don't work for it,
All right. If you look on the field right now, the only person you have past the 50 is the one attacker.
one
You've
attacker
got
for the
everyone
big
else
outlet.
involved.
Yep. And if they're not going to pressure Shea, I mean, nice.
Whitstock
It's a great
with
move.
the ball up ahead to Humphrey.
Captain to captain. One more to Sarah Jakes. Oh, nice defense.
Play by
Oh,
Amanda Serrato.
Ashley. Good for
Serrato
her.
with a great defensive effort for Garden City
I
to
agree.
stop that fast break.
And again, that's one of those things you go for the check, and it's timing, it's that 1 second off. Yeah, I'm very impressed with Darien's setup clear plays. Week 2 of the season, and they're executing them very well. Nice look. Wow.
And that's a goal for Darien's Katie Elders, number 6. Scores. As we take another look at this, great job by our production crew And Humphrey, Ashley Humphrey, credited with the assists on the cut to the cutting elders. And the Blue Wave extend their lead.
Yeah, those are the things you can't teach. And what you'll see a lot from Ashley, her timing and vision are just...
Yeah, that was a nice pass inside. She kept coming through, and again, the defenders there.
They were there. Yeah, I totally, you know, it's that inch, they're getting away with it, which is very uncommon.
Maddie O'Connor out on the draw for Garden City Trojans. As is Nicole Humphrey.
So we have Molly McGuckin and Kit Eriks coming in on attack. Kit headed to BC, junior attacker number 21, and Molly, one of the 3 freshmen, number 13 on the Darien squad.
So it looks like we've got all sophomore midfield here. Maddie O'Connor, Santel, and Hopkins there.
So let's see what our young kids can do.
O'Connor and Humphrey on the draw.
Nicole Humphrey comes up with it. Ooh. That's it. Keep your feet moving. That's great defense there.
And I believe, well, I don't believe, I know, Steph, there is one more Humphrey that's waiting in the wings coming through the ranks.
And that's a name you'll hear for the rest of your life. My guess, anyway. She's something special. I mean, the other 2 are great as well, but what Chloe's doing in 8th grade, you don't see very often.
Here's Nicole with the ball.
A little shout out to our left DHS alum and Trumbull head coach, Jessica McNell. Oh, nice save.
Great save. Point blank. Maybe they called shooting space, or did it hit her in the? I think maybe hit her in the face.
Yeah.
Face mask. Great save though. Nice shot.
Excellent
Good save. Point blank.
So Jessica, who is to my left here, Darien alumni, goalie for the Blue Wave, state and FCX champion, and goalie at Brown University, and now coaches at Trumbull. So another really cool thing, I think, just a lot of the coaches in the FCX are alumni players. Oh, Nell Niffen.
Turnover here,
junior.
Niffen, and
Nice.
she scores
Oh, I thought she went
on
to
the breakaway.
That looked real close to the goal
Right?
circle there. It did. I think the ball was in the back of the net. But
that is lucky.
Yeah.
And a typical defender shooting as close to the goalie as she can.
She tippy-toed on that circle.
So it looks like a timeout here. I assume maybe Garden City.
So Garden City takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live Varsity Girls Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation as the wind has picked up here. We'll be back with more live hockey after this. Darien up 14-4.
Darien.
Grab your retro yacht attire and escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. They'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s, performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokenie Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to darienfoundation.org.
We are back here live on the DAF Media Network, watching some varsity girls lacrosse. I want to apologize. The last 2 times we've gone to break, I've said hockey, and Matt and Steph have gotten on me for that, so a little off my game. Apologize. We are watching varsity girls lacrosse, and I do want to give a shout out right now to our DAF Media production crew. All student volunteers do a terrific job. Ryan Clow, Graydon Overbeck on cameras 1 and 2. In the back is Danny Owenati is our director. Instant replay coordinator is Thomas Kiernan and Bo Hancock. And the Burke brothers, who have also been on camera this morning here. And it is this morning, breakfast in Darien for this varsity girls lacrosse game between the Blue Wave and Garden City. And we are just about ready to resume play here, coming out of the timeout. Darien up 14-4, 16-13 left in this one. Damian Andrew, Matt Heaney, Steph Calabrese joining you. Thanks for joining us on the DAF Media Network.
All right. Jordan Bott comes up with the ball here. I don't know what the call was on that, though.
I think it was an empty there.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it looks like Garden City's changed up their midfield a little bit. They're going with Emma Ruck, Santel, and Maddie O'Connor.
There's Maddie Joyce. Oh, it's a nice take.
And I think, to your
Shooting
point,
space.
Coach Chapman just trying to find the right combination here out on the
Yeah.
field this morning.
And that is, I mean, good coaching when you switch it up and you're trying to find 3, 4, 6 people that gel together, and way to be there on the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a nice pickup by Olivia
Yep.
Cavill, the sophomore there. And yeah, I mean, listen, I give Darien a lot of credit. I think that what Garden City's doing is it's just not clicking right now, and Chapman's trying to see a few different combinations and things. But Darien has really done a very nice job today.
It looks like Darien is in man, maybe?
Yeah, I think they're in man
Okay,
right now.
so
Yep.
we've switched from zone to man.
That's Caitlin Cook giving it over to Hopkins on the wing there, behind to Ella Heaney.
With Katie Duggan on Ella, the two have been going against each other all day today.
Good matchup there.
This is smart. They're working the elbows. They're going to work that draw and dump. And that's just a, oh, I thought she
Good
shot
save there.
that.
Oh, she did. Oh, another.
Oh,
another,
wow.
Another post there. It looked like.
Oh, now
Looks
high
like
to high.
it looked like it hit the crossbar, bounced down.
I thought they both went in
Yeah.
the first
and then the goalie made a point blank save.
Yeah.
So.
Dolce, the freshman, has stood tall between the pipes this morning here for Darien. And that speaks to her ability, Steph, right? Getting the start as a freshman in goal
Yeah.
for head coach Lisa Lindley.
Absolutely. And, you know, Darien, so blessed with talented goalies across the board for the past decade or longer, I could say. You know, not typical that you have 3 very capable goalies, one being a freshman on your varsity roster.
Want to give a shout out to Maggie Brooks's grandparents, too, if you're watching, up in North Reading, Massachusetts. Roberta's birthday today, so happy birthday, Roberta. Maggie Brooks's grandparents up in Mass. Welcome in. You're watching live Varsity Girls Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. Nice pass, Humphrey to Humphrey, and that's a goal as Nicole finds Ashley. And we're going to take another look at this.
It's just another sneak from behind there. And she does a great job getting behind the defense, cutting across, and really puts the ball away.
Assisted by her sister.
So, Humphrey to Humphrey. Nicole
Sister to sister.
Ashley.
Sister to sister.
I'm starting to get worried that there are more Humphreys coming along.
There is one more, as we mentioned a little earlier on the broadcast, Chloe Humphrey.
Get to watch her and Ashley next year.
Looks like Garden City will bring Liana McDonald, who was just playing attack. They must have been just trying to give her a little bit of rest, and now she comes back to the draw circle here. Maddie O'Connor and the junior Emma Ruck.
Oh, that was unlucky. Katie showing some of her field hockey skills there.
Yeah. I remember her from field hockey as well. She's a good athlete, good player. And, you know, she's obviously a very good lacrosse player as well.
Ooh.
Here's Whitstock. Back to Humphrey.
Oh,
And a nice
try.
stop.
Great save. Good ground ball. Oh, here we go.
By Gavin.
Oh, that's too bad.
Whitstock
Nice.
to
Oh, Shay,
Vandenbroek,
nice try.
and that shot
great-
sails
it's a
over the
great
crossbar.
Great feed by Charlotte. Good effort on that ground ball. And it'll happen again.
But certainly the right idea there. And here's Mason Maloney. As you mentioned, Steph, headed to Elon.
Mason has a younger sister as well, Teddy, sophomore, playing on the JV team, big field hockey player as well.
Yeah, a lot of these players on the field play field hockey and lacrosse, and that is a goal for Sarah Jakes. The bounce shot gets past Gavin.
It's a really nice, again, look inside, kind of coming off, not so much of a stack, but a little bit of a mosh pit in there, and that was a really nice shot.
Great game.
So we are under 11 minutes remaining here in the second half, and Darien extends its lead. An impressive performance this morning by the Blue Wave.
We have dual senior attackers, Shay and Mason coming off, with Kid Eriks Jr. and Molly McGuckin, again, freshman, coming in on the attacking end.
Looks like Garden City brought in a new midfielder, Lizanne Griffith, sophomore.
Darien wins possession again. And Steph, if you're the Blue Wave here and Coach Lindley, do you try to run some clock here? Up
I'd be
by 12?
Executing on plays. This is when you want to make sure that you can run through a whole play, not making bad decisions, taking care of the ball, and then, of course, getting, you know, some of your newer kids on the team involved. It's important that Darien is such a complicated system, and it needs to be executed almost perfectly in order for it to work. So it's good that you get a good rotation of kids in there. Everybody can execute. And a smart decision by Molly to pull that out. You know, that's, if I was a freshman, I probably would have taken that shot. But, you know, when Lisa's screaming at you, you do what you're told, and shows a lot of discipline, a lot of maturity on her end. Kid Eriks with the ball. Junior headed to BC. And just has a real lefty cannon. Oh, it's a nice idea. Whoa. And never.
It's a great ground ball.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the middle of a pack there. I think that was number 6. Is that Elders again?
Yeah.
Elders does score the goal.
With the wrong picture on the thing. Katie Bellissimo is good too.
Katie Elders with the goal, and Darien up 17-4.
I'd say it's, you know, unfortunately for Garden City, it's one of those days where Darien has really played well and quite honestly taken them out of their game. But we'll see. It's Liana McDonald off the draw in possession.
So Garden City now setting up shop on offense, trying to get something going here. Down by 13 with under 8 minutes remaining in the second half.
Looks like Garden City has brought in Bella Ottaminelli, number 30 on attack. I think that's her number. Yep, number 30.
Oh, one-on-one there. It's a good slide by Jordan Vaught. Oh, that's a nice move.
Nice move
save.
And a nice save by
Holy
Dolce.
smokes.
It was a terrific move by McDonald, and Dolce was right there.
Oh, and a great hustle play by Maddie Joyce. Ashley right there to scoop it up. Just great hands. It's great teamwork there.
And here comes Darien,
Got
Maddie
Molly
Joyce.
wide open down low.
She brings it out.
Yeah, it sounds like they're being told to settle, which is no need to force the ball here. Run your plays, get other people involved.
Ashley Humphrey.
Crash has got to come a little sooner there.
Ball's on the
All
turf, and Gavin has it.
This is where Garden City needs to take, 15, 30 seconds and make sure that you can clear the ball effectively.
Agreed.
You're down by a significant amount, but again, when you're on offense or defense, you want to make sure that you're able to execute, and this is one of those instances.
This is, again, Sarah Jakes downplaying defense at the kid. Just take it easy, killer.
Good pass from
So good.
Emily Gavin to Ella Heaney on the clear.
Here we go. Bellissimo on ball. Nice slide by Nell and Katie.
Sophomore Sydney Pappas to Liana McDonald up top.
Let's see what Nell does here. Oh, that's a nice split dodge. And an unlucky.
And another.
Wow.
I don't know if that was a post or a save,
I think
but
it was a post.
yeah, I mean, either way, really
Just
good
unlucky,
shot, nice
yeah.
job. Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
not much you can do.
That was perfect. And it was a great split dodge from up top. Jordan Vaught coming down with it.
Know where you can't go any further.
Are they back in a backer again, or are we just man?
No, I
maybe?
think we're
Oh,
in
she
man.
was on the
Yeah,
person up
they
top.
look like they were just kind of
Over
stacked
top.
up top of each other, exactly.
Look for the feed. That's
And
a
that-
bad take.
Shot bounces over the crossbar. This is Darien's second game of the season. Had a big win over Fairfield Ward. Here's Humphrey. And
Looks
then we've
like
got a
we're
whistle.
Making subs on defense too. I see Ava's off the field. Katie Bellissimo's off the field. Trying to see who's in. Nice save.
Nice save.
Excellent
Nice save.
save.
Nice shot off hip, great save by the goalie.
So we have senior number 14, Emily Asa, in on defense, and junior midfielder.
This is sophomore Lisa Garizio with the ball. Sophomore defender.
Oh, nice, kid. That's it. Here we go.
And here comes Joyce.
Oh, nice check.
Ball's
Ladies,
on the
can't hang
turf.
those sticks.
This will stay with Darien. And 17-4, Blue Wave up comfortably here, late in the second half. Steph, this is a Darien team that lost 7 players to graduation, coming off that tough defeat in the state tournament against New Canaan, as Joyce shoots and scores. And certainly motivation as we take another look at the Joyce, actually at the Joyce shot here. Coming off that tough loss to New Canaan in the state semifinals. First loss to a Connecticut team since 2012, an in-state team, which is an incredible mark, over 100 straight wins against teams in Connecticut. So plenty of motivation for this Darien team coming into this year, and Coach Lindley has said in a few preseason press clippings that she likes the team that she has this year, and certainly they have played well against a Garden City team that program that year in and year out always brings it.
I think so much of any successful team, or as a coach, what you're looking for as a teammate, when people actually like each other and get along and it's supportive and everybody's, working well with each other, it shows on the field.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Chemistry can go a
Chemistry,
long way.
good leadership, But, you know, what I think is awesome about both these programs and teams like New Canaan or, you know, Manhasset or whoever you're talking about, you know, your graduation year means very little. It's whoever's going to work hard, and it's developing those players. And I also give a lot of credit to what these kids do throughout the year. You know,
Yeah.
when I was playing lacrosse 20 years ago, it's you played during your season, and that's when you played. I think we were one of the first graduation years to ever do league play, like a winter scrimmage,
Right.
which was, compared to what they do now, just a joke. Oh, my goodness.
And that's a goal by Jakes. Nice pass by Kit Eriks. So Eriks to Jakes on the doorstep as we take another look at that.
I mean, she had an inch. But yeah, I think Lisa's pleased, and I think that the girls learned a lot from last year. And, you know, it's not a bad thing for Darien to get a little humble sometimes. You can lose, and if you don't work hard and play your best game and do what you're told, you know, and execute, you will lose.
Yeah.
And hats off to New Canaan for taking advantage of that.
The nice thing we talked about the programs that bring the, you know, we call them feeder programs, if you will, as the kids grow up. And, you know, every year you graduate 6 to 9 seniors or juniors, and then somebody comes in and, you know, we're probably looking at a number on the bench right now that I have no idea who they are. And next year they could be a star out here. So I think it's great for both programs.
And looks like Lisa's pretty much everybody's gone in today to play, which is always an awesome opportunity. Oh, that's good defense. Nice idea. But
That's Amanda Serrato, senior defender, back to Emily Gavin.
it's a nice clear.
Yeah, nice outlet pass to Emma Ruck, who moves the ball down the field.
Oh, Bree Lyons.
Whoop. Salahini
Nice
scrapping.
And that will do it for this one, as Darien with an impressive non-conference win over Garden City, 19-4. Obviously, Matt, not the outcome that the Trojans were looking for. They'll certainly go back, look at some film, learn from this, and move on, as their season is still young and early. A lot to play for.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier in the broadcast, you can learn a lot from the losses. And listen, Darien did a lot of great things in different aspects of the game today. And I give them a lot of credit. Hats off. Every year we come here, or you guys come to us, and it's been a lot of fun. So on behalf of Garden City, Coach Chapman, and all the players and parents, you know, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, Matt, it's always a pleasure having you. We're actually going to take a look at highlights from this game. Our director, Danny Owenati, has things queued up in the back as we take a look at the Darien huddle. Blue Wave moved to 2-0. Garden City falls to 3-2. And if those highlights are ready, here we go. Take a look at the scoring in this one. Mason Maloney right there, number 11.
I mean,
Nice
stick
play
to
by
stick.
Darien.
It's an inch, if that.
Here's Garden City on the other end.
And I think if you look at it, if things change just 1 inch, this could have been, you know what I mean? Everything went perfectly for one side.
Yeah, there was a lot of momentum from
Right,
Darien.
you know what I
and,
mean?
and,
Like,
you know, they didn't let up. They took advantage of what they had, and they played very well.
Shot there from behind the cage, that camera angle, which is always special. And there's a nice play right there for Garden City on the goal. Nice passing.
And a shout out to the refs. They did a really good job of keeping that game fluid. There wasn't, you know, nothing crazy, no big, maybe 2 or 3 calls we commented on where it could have gone either way.
Yeah, like we talked about, 60 minutes, it's a long game. I think the refs were fine.
Yeah.
Good job.
So I want to give a shout out to our DAF media production crew. Did a terrific job bringing you all the sights and sounds, all our student volunteers, the Burke brothers on cameras 1 and 2, Nolan and Matthew, our director, Thomas Kiernan, instant replay coordinator, Danny Owenati, Bo Hancock, Ryan Clow, Graydon Overbeck, part of our production crew this afternoon. And once again, Darien beats Garden City 19-4 in an non-conference out-of-state matchup. Blue Wave improved to 2-0. Next up for the Wave is Fairfield Ludlow coming up. And how about for Garden City, Matt?
You know what? I'm not sure who they have next, to be honest with you. They have a couple of games coming up. We had 3 games this week, so there may be 1 or 2. I'm not sure who they have on the schedule.
Certainly wish Garden City the best of luck the rest of the way. As I mentioned, Darien improves to 2-0. And the schedule certainly, Steph, doesn't get any easier for the Blue Wave. They've got teams from Massachusetts, Virginia that they will face out of conference. And you mentioned during the broadcast, Coach Lindley always schedules terrific programs as part of her non-conference slate.
Yeah, as much as I'm going to sound awful here, but great win, tremendous game. But you got to, again, come in, work hard at practice tomorrow or Monday and know that 1 inch here or there, the other direction, it could have been a totally different game. You know what I mean? Stay humble, stay hungry, and continue to work hard.
So for our entire production crew, our entire DAF Media production crew, for Steph Calabrese, Matt Heaney, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Blue Wave beat Garden City 19-4. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Take care.
Grab your retro yacht attire and escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. They'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokenie Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to DarienFoundation.org.